everyone. The girls went to bed before we got to finish up the toy room and finish completely the Legos organization. I'm gonna let them see the toy room real quick, and then when we get back home, I'm gonna take you on a Lego tour. You ready?
Yep.
Open the door.
Yeah. So much space.
What do you think of the new Lego area?
Whoa. Much more organized. That's
Much more organized?
There's some magnetos. They were over here. And then all these were down there. And then that was covered up with toys.
And all of those Legos were overflowing everywhere, including the floor. But now, see how they all have numbers on them?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it more later, but what do you think overall so far?
Looks great.
Let's talk how we organize this. These first two bins right here, as you saw in our toy room video, are actually these blocks they won at some readings. Some of them are squares, and these little nubs right here, they can actually lock in place. But they also have triangles, and they've won so many of them over the past two summer readings that where we did just have one bin of them, now we have two. If they do them again for summer reading this year, I will probably get something bigger. Everything that we have sorted out has been things that the girls wanted sorted in a particular manner. That's how we've sorted it. Everybody will do it differently, but I definitely recommend talking to your kids and seeing what they want as a priority. Some kids like building robots, some kids like building cars, some kids like building spaceship. Organize the Legos depending on what your kids want organized. As we were going through and labeling these buckets, I let them pick what they wanted organized. One thing that they wanted was a separate area for tires. This bigger container of the Temptations cat snacks, and we've washed all these out. If it weren't for somebody donating a ton of these that they were going to take off to recycling, we would not have used these. We would have used Dollar Tree bins. This is a bin we were going to use from Dollar Tree. See, these would have fit in here. I could have fit two in here side by side and could have stacked them if somebody had not donated a bunch of these, because then that would have been $8 just for the bins. If it ends up not working out and we end up needing bigger containers to sort multiple things at once, I will switch to getting all Dollar Tree ones. I just like being able to show the kids that we can recycle and reuse. Let me go back to this. So this is all tires. This is a little car. This one actually is put together. But like there's some things in here like the skateboard that cannot come apart. Things like that for the wheels. Wheel pieces. Some of the Legos where you snap wheels onto them. Everything like that is in this container. The next bins that we have are this one, the bigger one, and that one are actually bins from where these were Legos that Matt had as a kid. This bin was recently given to us. I will show you how we did those though. These first two right here are Lego pieces that were like what we call odds and ends. They didn't really have a designated home, but we know where they all are. This one I designated mostly to like big Legos, like things that don't fit in the smaller cat containers, big pieces that can be used to build things. Other one we designated to like smaller odds and end pieces, like these ones that snap together to make what the girls call the robots, or pieces like this, or even like pieces like this, like things that are not just like regular bricks or are too big to fit into the drawer units. These next three are all the same thing. These are what we call just bricks. I did let them put the just flat ones in here. Anything you picture like a brick like this one, or like I said, the regular bricks, the squares, anything that is just a brick went in these three containers. The last time they were gifted some Legos, they were also gifted like these Lego design books of different patterns and things that they can build with the Legos and different set and what some of these pieces make as sets and how to build them. Once I get a chance to print out what is in the individual bins down here, I'm gonna make like an inventory list, and that will go in the bottom of this tub. I may tape it in so it doesn't get lost, but I'm planning on printing it out, putting it in a page protector, taping the other end shut, and then probably taping it to the bottom of this. That way they have an inventory list of which bin does what. The next thing we have, and there's a shoe that fell out right here. The next piece of our Lego organization was something else that was given to us, and there's these little teeny tiny drawers. Our girls like organizing everything by rainbow color. We didn't do one for just pink because there's not a lot of pink Legos. We didn't do one for just purple. There's not a lot of purple Legos. The pink went in with the red and the purple went in with the blue. But these are just like teeny tiny pieces. Like The reason we started this drawer was for like teeny tiny pieces like this. And let's see if I can find them. These teeny tiny pieces like that. Let me move this. These two are like little fishing tackle boxes. So we had actually originally started sorting out the Lego people into different bins by body part. So that's why there's one of just hands and just arms. We actually had so many people that even with these two containers, they didn't fit. So I'm gonna show you those in a minute. What we did end up using these for was like for all their accessories. Like look at how many hats and helmets we have. Skirts for the horses. Like I said, we still have the hands in here. Little necklaces, bracelets, crowns, accessories, like a little dog bone for one of the dogs. Weapons, lightsabers. They do have Star Wars Legos. There's also some Minecraft Lego themed things in here. Shields, tools. The next one down here is this cute Lego bin that was given to us. And I was kind of running out of ideas for what to do with it. And then we found that we actually have a massive amount of these flat pieces that are for just building on, building things with. You can use it as a base for a larger vehicle. These flatter sheets are for like making whole town areas. So I'm gonna grab my notebook. I'm not gonna show you, I'm gonna spare you from seeing my handwriting. And I am just gonna talk to you about these bins. I'm not gonna pull all these out. I'm just gonna show you what they are. So you can see 8. There's actually another row behind here of 8 more. What I did was basically stack them in reverse number order. We were able to fit 32 bins in here. So the way that we ended up organizing these, like I said, was I asked the kids, I was like, you know, what do you girls need the most for organizing your Legos, for building things with Legos whenever, you know, you have a short amount of time to play and you want to do something with Legos. So bin number 1 was doors and windows. Number 2 is just steering wheels. Number 3 is just like the clear car windows. 4 and 5 were for just car parts because they actually have quite a few cars and Sarah's favorite thing to build is the cars. 6 is for propellers for boats and airplanes. 7 is anything that was like a stick. Number 8 is for levers for different things. Number 9 was for Legos that you can piece together and they form bendable joint. Number 10 was for piping, like little pieces of piping like you picture for like whenever you're building a little Lego scuba diver. Number 11 is for just flags because I found that the girls actually use flags quite a bit. 12 and 13 are also back here. They were for building, like literally building pieces, like castle pieces, wall pieces, things like that. 14 is fences. Number 15 was for small plants. 16 is for sides, anything that you can use to build up a side for something that's kind of like too small for a building piece. Then we move over to here. Now this is where things get a little more interesting. These are different Lego pieces. So number 17, you can see right here up front, is actually what we call the circle bin. It's anything that is a circle or a round Lego. It's not square, there's nothing square about it. It is a round Lego. I mean, literally you can see round pieces in there. 18 is what we call the arches. That's also for building purposes. 19 was for more flexi tubes. 20 was for odds and end pieces. The kids call them, I think, surfboards. And the whole purpose for that one was like anything that's in the odds and ends bucket up here that they find that they use on a regular basis, but they don't want in the odds and ends bucket. They want those particular pieces picked out. Is going to go in number 20. So I started with some of the ones that they usually use a lot, and then we're going to grow upon it and use it. 21 is the exact same purpose. 22 is for animals only. You would be surprised how many animal Legos that the kids have. 23 is for ones that are more like connects builders. 24 through 28. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bins of just robot pieces. Another thing Sarah likes to build is robots. We were going to put it in one of the bigger bins and leave it in there, but then it wouldn't even fit in just one big bin, and we needed a bigger bin for sorting out the larger Legos. So if we end up wanting to, again, this is just a basic what they wanted to start with to see how they like it. If we end up wanting to separate more of ones like these and these out, we will put all the robots into a big bin and label it robots instead, and we will use these little ones to divide out like some of the ones they call like just roof pieces or little pieces like that. Also in the back is our bins for the building the human characters and some of the people. So we literally have one bin for just heads because some of the heads are actually interchangeable. We have another one for just torsos and another one for just legs. And the last bin that we have in the very back is for Star Wars. I actually had not intended to put the people in the back, but I wanted to go ahead and designate out bins for each of the people pieces. So I started at the bottom of the list because I was making it from top to bottom of things that they wanted, and I wanted to prioritize it, and I wanted to keep things together. So I went ahead and put the body parts towards the bottom to try to organize it. If we end up later wanting to move them and change them around, I would be perfectly fine with that. So that is it for our Lego building storage madness going on. It took us hours to get it exactly where we wanted it, but there was just so many Legos from different sets and things, and trying to organize it to where it's gonna be fun, and it's gonna be fun to play with them, not like constantly, where is this, where is this? I didn't have any time to play because I was looking for this. It's all laid out and sorted out the way that they want them. So in the comments below, how do you organize your Lego areas? Do you have any tips or tricks that you wanna share? Is there anything that you need us to talk about more about this? Just let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.